All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We're back now. What happened was I was doing a live stream, and in the middle of my live stream, in the middle of my live stream, I started getting phone calls and voicemails. And for some reason, when somebody leaves me a voicemail or a phone call, sometimes it interferes with the live stream. So we're now in downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Thank you guys for checking back in with me. We're walking downtown Birmingham, Alabama, and I got my piece on me. There's a lot of homeless people here. I don't want nobody to try me. Lots of homeless people. I can kind of see why a city can have a propensity for violence. Anyways, we're in downtown Birmingham, and here's a mural about equality and how we're all kind of the same. The state of being happy. Happiness will greet you with wherever it comes. Okay, so, anyways, Alabama's a state that has a lot of history, and a lot of the history that Alabama has is kind of difficult history to manage. And you guys were asking me on the last live stream how I have felt in Alabama with a lot of the issues here. And I will say that overall, people who are hateful, they have a tendency to kind of influence you. Sorry about that. Somebody left me a voicemail. And when you leave me a voicemail, it knocks the signal on the live stream. Not sure why. But it's not the first time that happens. So, look at these beautiful red bricks. I like red bricks. I want to get me some red bricks like this. I wish I could get a load of this stuff right here. I would love to get my hands on some bricks like these to do a little fire pit or something. Awesome. Well, we're in Birmingham, Alabama, walking through the streets of downtown. The thing about hate is a lot of times it's very contagious, where when somebody shows you hate, like consistently you feel somebody hating you, it's almost like a natural response that you want to try to hate them back. So it is very contagious, where when one group of people is kind of, hold on. When one group of people is kind of treating you incorrectly, now you feel after a while that you should start treating them the same way. And I feel like it's almost a natural response that we have as humans. And I think we have to kind of work on catching ourselves, because at the end of the day, a hateful person wants to be contagious with what they believe. They want to convince you about what they believe in. Let's say you don't like a group of people. Okay, then that's your own personal opinion. But now, do you have to, impose your mentality upon other people? And that's where the problem comes, where a lot of people here, they become experts at expressing, explaining, and making their sentiment be contagious. I've actually been surprised that for the most part, most of the hate that I've encountered hasn't even been whites. It's been mostly African Americans that just seem to not like Latinos for some reason here. I'm not sure why. It's been very difficult. It really has. But it's a social thing, yeah. It's kind of a mob mentality type of thing but it's been difficult. Now, as far as whites, if I told you that I felt that whites have been racist towards me, it would be a very inaccurate statement. I've actually felt there's a safety network within racial societies, and in the sense that once you're part of the community, they look out for you. People are very hostile towards people who are outside their community, but once you fit into the community, they're looking out for you. And I do feel that Alabama whites have really taken me in, looked out for me, and kind of giving me opportunities that other people haven't. You know what I mean? So I feel like here as a white Latino, I'm more white than Latino here. I don't mean that I feel that way, but that's kind of the way the society puts me here. A lot of YouTubers won't have these conversations. But anyways, at first you see a lot of interracial people here, interracial couples. So you think, okay, there's a lot of interracial couples, so it must be socially acceptable. You have no idea how hard these people have it here when they do that, because there's still a large percentage of people who, and it's very confusing. Like I've seen people here who I tell myself, okay, so this guy has black friends, so he's not racist. No, you can have black friends and still be very backwards. Like I've seen white people here. A lot of white people will have black friends, will have black business partners, black employees, and you think to yourself, okay, this person. Oh, I smell urine. It's a really strong smell of urine here. I guess people kind of use the streets as a bathroom. You can smell it, actually. It's a very strong smell of urine here. Very displeasing. That to me is backwards. You know what's backwards to me? Smelling urine. I live out in the sticks. I've never smelled anybody's urine out in the sticks. Well, anyways, you think because somebody has black friends, black employees, and they treat everybody fairly, that they're not racist, but they are. Okay? Alabama's not a racist place. It's a segregationalist place. So it's not like people have hate for other people's races. They just believe that those races need to be kept separate. And that's something I didn't understand, because in Florida you have hate. In Florida you have all-out hate for other people. Here there's not so much hate. It's more of people would prefer to be separate on both sides. And black and white are basically the main groups here in Alabama. So it's not so much hate, it's more separation of races. And that's been difficult for me to understand at first, because you see a lot of people here and you're like, well, you see a lot of, different couples that are interracial. So you're thinking, okay, they must have it easy. And you do see a lot more integration on a family level, okay, and on a friendship level than you do in Florida. But what's odd about it is you'll see a guy where they're, black guy, white guy and a black guy will be friends. It's really good friends. They might go fishing together or whatever. Yet they still feel that their races shouldn't be mixing, like on a, like getting married and stuff like that. So it's very complicated to really understand the complexity of how people really feel here in Alabama. So at first I had one perception of the place, and the longer I've been here, it's changed. But I do feel that Southern people are better because they give you an opportunity. So like here, it doesn't matter what race you are. You can be white, black, or Latino. Your opportunities are the same, okay? Your opportunities are the same exact opportunities. Alabama does have opportunity equality, which a lot of big cities don't. A lot of other places, like in Florida, that doesn't even exist. If you're Latino, you're a dishwasher. If you're Latino, you're a landscaper. If you're Latino, you're not the manager, So in Florida, I felt that who you are is going to determine what you're going to be. Here in Alabama, that doesn't matter. You could be African American and you could be very successful in a business. You can walk into a bank as an African American and be the manager. In Florida, you walk into a bank and you're black, you're going to be the security guard at best. And if you're Latino, you're the dishwasher. You know what I mean? Here in Alabama, there's equality of opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, as far as you will receive the opportunity to be whatever you want, regardless of who you are. And that makes the situation here better. Does that mean people like you? It's a very tricky situation. Alabama has learned equality. It really has. Florida hasn't learned equality. So, like, people in the city and urban places, they think that because they spray paint equality on the side of a building, You know, people in the city, they think because they spray paint equality on the side of a building that in itself makes them better than people in the country, because people in the country have a rebel flag. All right, so while people in the city are flying a rainbow flag, and people in the country are flying a rebel flag, people in the city automatically assume that they're more for equality, all that, than people in the countryside. But it's not about the flag you fly and what you verbally uphold as being correct or wrong. It's about how you treat people and what opportunities you're willing to give other people. And people in the countryside will fly a rebel flag and give anybody the opportunity to be whoever they want. So sometimes people in the city think that because they fly a rainbow flag and they spray paint equality on the side of a building, that makes them be better than people in the country who are flying a rebel flag. But the reality is, somebody flying a rebel flag may give you a better opportunity to work for them, make more money, and live a better life than in the city, where, although we're spray painting equality on the side of a building, walk into that same building and try to get a job in it. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And moving from Florida to here has helped me understand that. That's something that I didn't understand, and I'm sharing it with you guys because I think it's very important, okay? I think it's extraordinarily important that we understand that, okay? Somebody flying a rebel flag in the countryside will give you a more fair shot at life. Find any of these buildings right here in the city that has equality and a rainbow slapped on the side of it. Walk in there and see if you'll get equality when you try to get a job. You won't. Understand? So people in the city have this perception that simply because they make a certain statement, about equality or whatever, that automatically makes them be that way. And that because Hicks out in the sticks are wearing red flags, that then they're backwards. But perception and reality are two different things. It's hard to explain how. It's complicated, but it's very complicated. Finally, the sun came out. And then you got like anger in general and like the way people feel. Like you'll find that people in the city are just angrier, more violent. Nobody's gonna I live out in the sticks. I'm not worried about somebody slapping me upside the head to take my camera on the sticks. When you go to the city, you got to worry about that. So, totally different worlds. I'm on 4th Street, and I think that's where the Cuban restaurant is. I'm trying to find where I left Katie at. I have no idea where I'm at. I'm officially lost. Maybe I'm on the back side of that building. Where are we? I'm trying to figure out where we are, y'all. I'm in the city somewhere. Let's just walk this way. If I find the park, I think Katie's down that way. In fact, I'm almost positive Katie's on that way, but we're just going to walk this way. No, we can't walk this way now. So what I'm saying is, a lot of times people just, and people in the city will not talk about how they feel about race. Talking about racial issues with somebody in the city is considered taboo. However, country people will openly talk about race. And not only will they talk about race, they'll tell you exactly how they feel. Where people in the city, they might feel a certain way, they might act a certain way, but then you'll never know that because people in the city consider it a taboo to talk about race, basically. Race is something people in the city won't talk about. However, in the countryside, I've realized people will talk about race. You can talk to a complete stranger about how they feel about racial issues in the countryside, and they'll tell you exactly how they feel, whether it's politically correct or not. Okay? Yeah, I'm not really... actually, everybody's got different tastes, different things going on. I don't think this is too bad. This is the Hood, I guess the Hood furniture store. The Hoods. I guess that's a last name. Yep. Well, anyways, guys, that's just this big summary of that situation. People in the city will talk about will not talk about racial issues. You can't do it. They just won't do it. Now here in Alabama, you can talk about those things because it's country. People in the country are willing to talk about how they feel. And I think that's a great step forward for country people. Like, people in the city will say, oh, I believe in equality. But then they won't even elaborate into that. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even... If you're not open to discussion about a subject or a topic, how can you be informed on... Like, you can't just be blindly for something. Like, I believe you, like... If you really believe in equality, then you have to understand why some people don't believe in it. And you have to talk to those people and say, okay, why do you believe this? Why don't you believe in that? But, anyways, that's one of the main things that people ask me about Alabama. But I do feel that I've been given a lot of opportunity here. And that here in Alabama, like, I think Alabama's a good place for people who are less fortunate when it comes to getting employment, and who are more, the correct word is probably marginalized by society. If you're a person who's marginalized by society based on your race, based on your education level, based on anything at all, if you're marginalized, Alabama may be a good place for you. If you're a marginalized person, you know? If you're marginalized, Alabama may be a great place for you. Because it seems like here, everybody, the starting line is the same for everybody. How fast you run is up to you. You know, like, how fast you're willing to run, that's your own personal thing. How much effort you're personally putting into life, that's up to you. But the starting line is the same. When you hit the ground in Alabama, you're, you know, whether you're a homeless person or a lawyer, the ground is the same for everybody. The starting line is the same place. In the city, it's not like that. In the city and in more developed areas, the starting line is not the same. The starting line for some people, you know, like, what really gets me upset about city people, and I go through these comments and I read them, and one of the most common comments that I get on my channel is something along the lines of, oh, you're a crybaby, you just gotta try harder. And I'm wondering to myself, this person's probably a lawyer, this person's probably a doctor, and he's telling me, who has to pick up garbage for a living, that I need to try harder? What do you know about picking up a garbage? What do you know about sticking your hands in a pile of garbage that's got tampons and baby diapers in it and have to put it inside a bag? What do you know about cleaning a toilet in a bathroom? What do you know about when you show up to work and they tell you have to go home and you needed that shift? You don't relate to the challenges of a working class person. So if you don't relate to the challenges of a working class person, how are you going to tell me that I need to try harder? It's easy for a lawyer or somebody that's sitting on a lot of wealth, somebody who's well off, to tell somebody else, oh, you need to try harder. The reason you're failing is because you're not trying hard. How are you trying, dude? You're driving around. You're not trying. You're living you're a baby. You were born in a golden kettle or what? Phone call. Just had another phone call, even though I put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Just had another phone call. Anyways, if you're born with a golden spoon in your mouth, you know what I'm saying? If you were going with a golden spoon in your life and everything in your life has gone ideal for you, what right do you have to tell somebody who's struggling through their lives and has put in a lot of effort? I mean, a lot. Because I've put in a lot of effort in life, let me tell you. And I know people that have put in a lot of effort in life and worked their lives away, trying their whole lives, and they just weren't given an opportunity to do anything with themselves. So, you know, it's easy for somebody that's really well off to say, you need to try harder. Trying harder means nothing. Like, you can be making a lot of money, doing very well with very little effort, or you could be working like a slave and be living completely miserable. That the effort means nothing compared to success. I mean, each individual person, you know, I try the best that I can. We should all try the best that we can. But that doesn't exactly relate to how well you're going to make off at the end, because each person's measured by a different bar. Each person's given different talent. Unbelievable. I've gotten 5 phone calls today. And eventually they're going to make the live stream fall through. You know? I'm getting a lot of phone calls. I've gotten 5 phone calls today, guys. I'm here in Birmingham, and they want me in Montgomery working. I'm in the wrong place. They want me in Montgomery working today. I'm over here in Birmingham, and they want me in Montgomery. So I'm not where I'm wanted today. But anyways, guys, I got a lot of phone calls. I'm supposed to be here doing videos for you guys, but apparently they want me in Montgomery. I got to make up my mind. I'm either going to do this YouTube thing full on, or I'm going to do the junk removal, because it seems like there's not enough space on my schedule to do both. It seems like it's either one or the other. And, you know, smile that confuses pessimists. Yeah. But anyways, that's one of the most common comments that I have on my channel. Is people telling me, oh, you know, you're disadvantaged because you don't try hard enough. What do you know about being disadvantaged? What do you know about sticking your hand inside of a toilet for $7 an hour? So how are you going to tell me when you come from inheritances? Oh no, nobody gave me nothing. Nobody gave you nothing. What about the education you got? You think somebody that's from a poor family can just go out and get an education? It's really easy to say, get your act together to somebody else. You know what I mean? And not really understand the difficulties that they have. You know? But Alabama, I feel that the start line here is the same for everybody. We all start right here on the street level. So it's a good place for somebody who's coming from nothing, because you're no longer being... Guys, this is my 4th voicemail. 4th voicemail since I started live streaming today. Lots of people are calling me for work, and I don't mind that. I'm actually glad I got work. But it's hard for me to focus on 2 different things. That's either like, I either got to focus on my YouTube, or I got to focus on the junk. One of the 2 has to overtake the other. I can't sit here and drive to Birmingham to do a live stream and then wonder about, oh, I have to get back to Montgomery. Keep scoping, please. You can't attract many viewers. I do enjoy the junk removal. That's the thing about junk removal. I really do enjoy the junk removal. I actually enjoy junk removal a lot. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I really do enjoy the junk removal a lot. I mean, like, let me put the camera away from these people. I enjoy it quite a bit. Let's go drive around downtown, and then I want to do the suburbs as well. But I also want to do the suburbs, so let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, guys. Let's get out of downtown. I also got to do some videos in the suburbs. A lot of people have been asking me about the suburbs, and I haven't been able to really. We're gonna have to do live. I think what we're gonna have to do live streams is from your phone. Because nobody ever calls you. I got 4. You don't have the car on? It's hot.
It's not.
I have like 4 voicemails already. It's ridiculous. So we'll do a little drive around town, and then we'll head out to the suburbs.
Yeah.
Let's get going here. I'll take this out of my pocket. Maybe walking around with this thing on me.
I saw the husband.
Oh, you meet him?
No.
Oh, you just saw him?
Yeah.
Cool. So this is a restaurant here. She's I guess her and her husband run the place. He's Puerto Rican. Okay, can you hold this for a second? I gotta take the sweater off. It is hot. It is hot. What are we gonna do about all these people? Like, I'm gonna have to schedule them for tomorrow.
Yeah, just schedule them the next day. We're already here.
Like, I'm gonna drive all the way back to Montgomery.
Yeah.
Because there's 20 people calling me, like, and that's weird, like, it's like, and we're gonna have to start charging more for jobs because, like,
yeah, we are, and we're gonna have to schedule it to our liking, not the customers usually.
Yesterday I did a live stream.
Yeah.
From the backyard, and I got stung in my butt by I guess it was a bee or a spider or something. It is so painful. But
it was an ant bite.
You think it was an ant?
Yeah.
I don't think an ant can bite that hard. I don't think an ant can do that. But anyways, this is Miami Fusion. They're trying to kind of, she said she's really struggled to introduce locals to cuisines from other places. People here are very closed in their culture. In other words, they don't want to. Maybe I should put the. I should probably put the GoPro. Can you put the GoPro on the hood, baby? You know how to do that?
No.
There's nothing to it. Figure it out. Okay, get the GoPro started up, and what we'll do is I'll stay on the live stream, and then we'll edit the other video. It should be in the middle. Should be in the middle. But yeah, guys. I mean, there's only one Jose. There's a lot of different. I think on the south side of downtown, there's supposed to be a lot more buildings and stuff. Let's try to head that way. Lots of homeless people. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it smells like urine everywhere. Okay, now we're heading south. You can kind of see. You might be able to see the Balkan from here. We're heading south, and you can see the mountain range over there. Birmingham is not an ugly city, and if enough people move here from other places, they could totally change the dynamic of the city. And it's really a northern city at heart. It's more.
Oh, don't touch some sand. You hear you saying that over here.
Over here, it really does feel like a north. You see a lot of New Yorkers everywhere, and
Yeah.
the Uniform House of Dixie.
Magic City
Like for example, like Montgomery feels more southern than this. You don't think so?
Yeah, Montgomery.
I mean, this even looks like New York, to be honest. You'd be surprised, are terrible. I don't know. I got a bite on my back. It's like right above my butt because it like,
Maybe
you know.
you got bit by that cow ant.
Maybe it was a cow ant bite. I don't know. It is like so painful. You said it looked like a pimple?
Yeah.
Man, it was so. I got bit during the live stream, and it hurt so much today. I like this city a lot, man. It just doesn't feel like kind of like a New York or something.
Yeah.
It's like a little baby New York, man. And actually, I've seen 3 cars from New York today. That one's from New Jersey. Look, this is from New Jersey.
Yeah.
That one's from New Jersey. Look, he's got a New Jersey. He's got an Alabama in the back, but he's got a New Jersey in the front. So it feels like a little New York or something. Look at all the cops are there.
Yeah.
And it's got crime rates that are comparable to northern cities. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, this city does feel like a little miniature New York to me. So this is the south side. Look at this street. That's the street we needed to be on.
Yeah.
We hadn't even hit the good spots yet. So if you're heading south, you can see the Balkan right over there. You can see the Balkan.
Yeah.
It's the Leave me alone. Another phone call. Hopefully this one didn't drop the live stream. It froze the live stream. It froze the live stream. Another phone call. I got it on Do Not Disturb. I don't know why they keep.
Because you have it to where it won't ring, but it won't.
Man, that's annoying.
And there's no way to.
Okay, so this is the south side. Okay, so like there's like a.
Let me make sure it didn't turn it black.
Did it?
I don't know. It's in an ad right now.
You know, let's see if we get it. Man, that is so annoying. Leave me.
It looks black.
It went black again. Did the screen go black again, guys? I got 50 people on here. We're gonna have to start live streaming from your phone. This is just not acceptable.
Yeah.
Can you guys see me? Did you guys lose me? Man, I'm about to break the freaking phone, man.
Jose, don't break the phone.
I want to break it.
No.
I'm gonna break the phone. Black screen again. Dang it, man. All right, guys. I'm gonna go on another live stream again.
We're gonna do it on my phone.
Do it on your phone so this doesn't happen. Leave me alone. I don't want to work. Okay, guys. We lost the screen again because of stupid phone calls. This is so irritating, man. I got 50 people on here, guys. I'm going to be live in like 10 seconds again. So please, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're going to end this live stream. And let me see what I can do about the stupid phone.